Hello, welcome. This is Stephanie A. from All About Adoption. I'm going to talk about the common questions that I get for domestic adoption today. So one of the biggest questions that I get is, should we decorate the nursery and when should we start buying things? And I tell families that really just depends on you. Some families can walk past the nursery every day and be fine, where most families, that's just too hurtful and painful to walk past a nursery and see it empty. So it really is up to you on what your comfort level is. Typically, when you have a home study done, they're not expecting to see a nursery. Now, the only thing that would be different about that is if you're adopting from foster care, then you do have to have the room all set up for the child that could be joining your home for foster care. But for a typical infant adoption, you do not have to have a nursery done ahead of time. Baby showers, that's the second thing. We recommend not doing a baby shower until you actually have the baby. Assuming that this adoption is going to happen and this baby is going to be yours is not true until the mom actually signs her paperwork. So we recommend that you have baby showers and wait for those things after the baby comes. Baby showers are more fun when the baby's there anyway. There's been many times where we've had families have baby showers because everyone's so excited for the family that they've been chosen, and then the mom decides to parent and they find themselves sitting there wondering what to do with all this, these items. And it's really even more painful to look at the items that were given to them during the baby shower. Should we tell our family and friends? Yes. The answer to that is yes. Commonly, your family and friends are going to know because you probably will need to involve them in your home study process with regards to gathering references around. So it is important for family and friends, but you can lay boundaries around family and friends and let them know that you'll let them know when there is an update. And so that way they don't continue to bug you constantly wanting to know if you've heard anything about your adoption process. You should prepare your job. Your company should know that you are working on an adoption plan, because there are last minute adoptions that happen where you pretty much have to drop everything and be ready to go. So it's just nice for your job to know that this is a possibility and that they are supportive of your adoption plan. Will we get to stay at the hospital? That really will depend on the hospital, number one, and also the birth mother and whether she wants you there at the hospital. Typically, what happens more often than not is the adopting family gets a separate room from the birth mother, and they are there to be available to the mom, to be able to start caring for the child. So it really depends. Even with COVID, we've even had families be able to stay at the hospital and to be a part of the adoption process at the hospital. Here's a big one, naming the baby. Yes, you do get to name your baby. Now, this is approached in many different ways. Some families will name the baby and just choose a name separate from what the birth mother may choose to name. The birth mother will want to know what you're going to be naming the baby, and then she'll use a portion of that name on the birth certificate, or she'll just use the name fully on the birth certificate. Sometimes families will use a portion of the name that the mom chose and put on the birth certificate. There'll be two different birth certificates. There'll be a birth certificate the mom named the baby on, and there'll be a birth certificate that you named the baby on. So yes, you do get to name your baby. So I hope you found those helpful. Be sure you hit the like button and the subscribe button, and we look forward to seeing you next week. Bye.